This okay, so welcome all, welcome to Financial Freedom. My name is Samir Bapat, and today it's our session four of 12 sessions. So today's session is all about why you must learn about stock market and create wealth from stock market. So this is something like people come here with interest and all, but I say each and every person should be aware of stock market. They should be learning about stock market. It's not an option, and I'll share with you why I am saying so. Once we understand what is our why we have to learn about stock market, then I'll tell you some basic action plan to be followed after that. So let's begin. Before I show you why it is must for you to learn into stock market, I would like to have some inputs from you. So I would request you to type in the figures what I'm asking for. First figure I'm asking for is, let's say we are in metro. So in metro, what would be a monthly expense on an average to live comfortably? I'm not talking about super rich fellow. Don't tell me numbers of Vijay Mallya or someone like that. On an average, for people like you and me, what would be a decent amount in metro, let's say Bombay or something like that? So some figures have come 50K. Okay, two people have said 50K. Okay, only two people have opinion. Okay, 100K. Okay, so I have 50K, then I have 100K, so 1 lakh. Okay, good, great. Anything? 60K. Okay, good. So on an average for a monthly expenditure, we have three options as of now. Others also, please put your opinion. What would be monthly expense amount for comfortable living for a family in metro, maybe Bombay or maybe Delhi. Bombay might be expensive, I don't know. Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore. Okay, so we'll take around about 60K. Let's take 60K. Okay. Let's take 60K is decent enough for a monthly expenditure. Great. Now, second is what will be the expenses as of today if you want to go, let's say, for engineering or let's say for any graduation course. On an average, what will be a fees for 1 year, including hostel and all? Any ideas? Okay, 4 lakh, 5 lakh per annum. Okay, so I'll take 5 lakhs per annum. So let's say graduation of 4 years. So 20 lakhs, I will assume for 4 years, 20 lakhs. Okay, 2 lakh, Abhijit is saying, okay, depending on city to city or graduation to graduation. Okay, I'll take 3 lakhs. Let's not go 3 lakhs. So 3, 4 is 12 lakhs I'll take. Okay, post graduation also same. So post graduation, let's say 6 lakhs for the complete post graduation. Okay, and then we have what is the average expense for a marriage? How much, like if someone wants to marry his daughter or a son, and even if, so how much expenditure would it take? Let's take for daughter, how much expenditure on an average? I'm not saying additional expenses, but basic expenses, calling people for lunch, dinner, marriage, 2-3 days. Okay. So Satish is saying 10 to 15 lakhs. Let's consider it to be 10 lakhs. Okay. As of today, 15 lakhs. Okay, correct. Let's take 15 lakhs. So both people are conquering 10, 15 lakhs. And then if you want to go to Europe and all, how much it will cost? 8 lakhs, 5 lakhs per person or a family. Okay. So let's take 5 lakhs per family. Okay. No, 5 lakh per family is on the lower side. Let me take 8 lakh per family. Okay. Only airfare. Yes. 8 lakhs. Let's take to be reasonable with Europe. And car, I'll take 10 lakh. Okay. I'll not take more than 10 lakh for car. So car. So these are in general, these are all our expenditures apart from day-to-day expenditures. All right, day to day we have taken average expense for graduation and all, post graduation and all that we have taken, marriage and all that we have taken. Now you must be wondering why I am asking these questions, what it has to do with stock market. So these are the motivations for stock market. See, we are in stock market only to earn money. We are earning money for all these expenditures. So if we have all these expenditures, then we may have to create wealth, and hence we may have to go stock market. So as a forward and reverse, it will go in both directions. Okay, so give me 5 minutes and you will understand why I'm saying so. Okay, now anything else which I have missed? Any big ticket item which I have missed taking, which we may require? Like I have taken, okay, if we have kids, we may be planning for their graduation, post graduation, we might be planning for their marriage. Once they are married, they are on their own. अपना कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं है. Same way, we have to see for our future, for our retirement, and that's it. Major expenses, car we can have and all. Health and term insurance, yes, that is a regular expenditure. So I'm assuming people have given me in 60,000 term insurance for a year and all. Okay, so I agree. That is the health and term insurance we'll be needing. Let's add 60 plus, let's say 70 will include health and term insurance and all for day-to-day living. Anything else which I am missing as an expenditure? So what we are focusing right now is what expenditures we do. Big ticket expenditures, house rent. Okay, house rent should add 30K. So monthly expenditure, let me take it to 1 lakh, including rentals and all. Expenditure, I'll take monthly expenditure as 1 lakh. Okay, now, so I'll include house rent also in that. Contingency, no, I'm only talking about expenditure. Contingency is in my bank. So I'm not talking about contingency. I'm talking about the expenditures which I might do. So monthly expenditure, including rent, I have taken 1 lakh rupees. Graduation, I have taken 12 lakh rupees for 4 years. Post graduation, 2 years, I have taken 6 lakh rupees. Marriages as of today, everything I'm taking as of today, as of 2023. Okay. And Europe, if I want to go 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs for car and all, I have taken. Now, what I want you to do before I take you through the sheet and then we discuss, I want you to just write down on roughly, because I'll be asking you questions and I'll be taking you through your sheet, and then you'll be curious, okay, find it out for me, and like that. So before that, just write the age, retirement age, number of kids and their age. So let's go to the sheet. Now, tell me one thing. How many of you are doing job? Before we go to that sheet, how many of you are working? Can I have yes from all of you who are doing service, like you are working for some company or something like that? Can I have yes from all of you? Service or yes or S also you can type. Retired, okay. So retired people, I don't have answer right now, but sorry. Okay, so majority are saying yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, after retirement, let's say if I'm retiring, after retirement, if mostly we are off in the private job, so we to sustain ourselves, assuming our kids may not support us, may or may not. If they support, it's best. If they don't, still good. Assuming we are on our own after retirement, and assuming today's expenditure as of today is 1 lakh rupees, at the time of retirement, how much corpus or how much asset value you should be having with you so that you can retire peacefully, and assuming we live for 20 years till the age of 80 after retirement. So if how much corpus have you kept in mind? Let's say by the time I retire, let's say today's expenditure is 1 lakh rupees per month for a decent living. Then if I want to have the same decent living at the time of retirement, how much should be your corpus? Just give me some numbers which you have in mind. How much money you should have in your bank? Okay, Raj is saying 10 crores. Great. Okay, how about others? Or many might not have thought about it. Just think, okay, when you are going to retire from your service, how much money you should have in your bank account, so that because you will not have any job or any income, so you will be dependent on whatever savings you do, and how much savings or how much wealth you should have at the time of retirement, so you have a wonderful life after retirement. So just type, okay, so okay, some we are getting answers for 10 crores, 5 to 10 crores, 15 to 20 crores, 3 to 5 crores. Great. Yeah. So good to see that many people are talking in terms of crores. So let's just see how much you would need. So in front of you is this sheet. So let's input 1 lakh rupees. As of now, we have all agreed that, okay, roughly we need a decent living, including rent and all, 1 lakh rupees per month. So for a year, let's say 12 lakhs, 1200, 1, 2, 3, 12 lakh rupees. It is 12 lakh rupees, right? 1200,000. Okay. So 12 lakhs rupees a year we need roughly as of today. Now, if I am 50 years old, that means I'll be retiring after 10 years. So I'll be retiring in the year. Just have a look how much you would be needing. If I am a 50-year-old person and I'm going to retire in 2033, 60 years of age, then I need at least 4.13 crore to have a same sustenance of life for 12 lakhs unit 10, 100,000, 10,000. Okay, yeah. So if I am going to retire after 10 years, if I am 50 years of age and if I am going to retire after 10 years, let's say if I am going to retire after 10 years, then I should at least have 4.13 crores of corpus in this. Right? In case I am going to retire after 20 years, I am 40 years of age, I am going to retire after, let's say, 20 years of from now. So it will be 2043, correct? Now, if I am going to retire in 2043, then the amount which should be there with me is 6.72 crores. I should have a net worth of at least 6.72 crores, so that I'll be able to sustain what the standard of living I am living right now. In case I am going to retire after 30 years, which is 2053. If someone is 30 years old, he is going to retire after 30 years, then he should have a corpus of 10.95 crore after 30 years to sustain the same life. So how many of you got the numbers nearby in your mind? Can I have yes if you had the same thing for your retirement, the corpus to be collected? I have taken 50 years, 40 years, 30 years. If you want, I will take 25 also. So it is 2058 if you are retiring. So if you are retiring after 30 years, you need 13.97 crores. How many of you got this number in your mind that, okay, by the time I retire, I have to generate the wealth equivalent to this number, whatever number I showed. If you want, I'll show it again one by one. You want to show me in the steps of five years? How many of you want me to show this numbers in step? So you have to see here what corpus, if you are, it looks high. Okay. Okay, how many of you had this in mind that, okay, by the time I retire, I should have this much corpus to sustain the same life what it is required to sustain today? Can I have yes from all of you? If you had this number right. If you were never, yes, okay, great. Abhijit is saying yes. How about others? Somewhat closer. Okay, Satish is saying I was not. Okay, great. How about others? Please type in your answer, whether you are yes or no, whatever, or this was a surprise, or you never thought about it, that, okay, I have to now work for my corpus and this corpus might look so high, correct? The corpus might be so high and my God, never thought, okay, not aware, great. Yeah. And honestly, I'll tell you why, the very reason why I take this webinar every time. When I was 38 years old, I was also not aware that I have to do such planning, and this planning is so important for me for taking retirement. So I never had this planning. And I never had this figure. So I attended like live class from Dr. Musa, and he showed this number, and then I was scratching my head, boss, this number is too huge, and like, but this was the reality, and tell you why it is there. See, there is something called inflation, correct? There is something called inflation. Now I'll just put this figure, why I'm saying 13.97 crores. I'll put this figure in front of you. So what happens is, how many of you are aware about the inflation? What is inflation? Inflation is, for those people who are not aware, I'm taking inflation for 5%. Let's say if I'm spending 1200, 1, 2, 3, 12 lakh rupees today for something, then at the rate of inflation 5%, in 14.4 years from now, same thing, I will have to spend 24 lakh rupees. Okay, the same 24 lakh rupees will become in another 5 years, I will have to spend 48 lakh rupees. See, what I am spending 12 lakhs now, in 28.8 years, I will have to spend 48 lakh rupees for getting the same thing. In case I am retiring after 28 years, roughly 30 years, what I am getting for 12 lakh rupees right now, I'll be getting the same thing because of inflation, because the price will increase for everything. Today, this t-shirt, whatever it is available, it will be available 4 times costlier from 28 years from now. So I'll have to spend 4 times the money. So to have the same lifestyle, I will have to spend 48 lakh rupees. After 28 years from now, if I am retired, I don't have any money. So in simple terms, I will need to survive for 20 years, 48 lakh into 20. So it is almost this much. But when I retire, will the inflation stop? Will the inflation stop just because I have retired? No, inflation will still continue. So I'll need more than 9 crores to this. So I have calculated in this way so that it is adjusted with inflation. Hence, if we have 30 years, right? 2053, in 30 years, little bit of inflation adjusted, surviving for 15 years. not, we don't want to survive till 80 years, 60 years we retire, 75 years till we will survive, we will need at least 10.95 crore. Everyone got the idea how I got this 10.95 crore corpus? Yes. So this is one requirement of our life, right? We are going to retire, we'll be out of service. This is one requirement of our life where we have to create wealth. Now, second purpose, how many of you are teenagers here? Because I requested if teenagers can as well join. So that would be great. How many of you are teenagers here? Can I have, if you are a teenager, just type T. If you are a teenager here, 15 to 18. Okay, Vishal Mathur. Okay. So Vishal, it is okay. So Vishal is there. Great. Good to see you, Vishal. So I'm not talking teenager by heart. Huh? If someone should be not, if someone is 70 years old, but still teenager from heart, don't type T. If your age on the planet Earth is between 15 to 18 or 15 to 20, type T. Okay. So now, if you are a teenager, this is very important for others also. This is very important. This is called power of compounding. Now, if you have to create wealth, and this is the point why I'm going through all this discussion. See, if you have to create a wealth, if you are going to retire after 30 years, and if you have to create a wealth of 10.95 crores, if you are dependent only on FD, you put money in bank and keep accumulating it, you will get 6%. I'm taking 6% returns. Basis that if you deposit 1,16,862 rupees every month in the bank and you get 6% annualized return, then only you will be able to achieve 10.95 crores as your corpus for retirement, which is as good as, or it is more than your monthly expenditure. So you are spending 1 lakh rupees, but you are depositing 1,16,000 to create a corpus for your retirement. Whereas if you know some system, some place where you can put money and earn money at the rate of 15% annualized return. I'm not saying even 20%, 25%, 50%, 100%. No, I'm saying even if you are able to put in some instrument where you get 15% return CAGR, then you have to only invest 21,000 and some change consistently for 30 years to generate 10.95 crore rupees. So what do you think? Which is better, to put in FD or to put in some instrument which will give you 15%? Which is better? Which is a better investment idea? 6% or 15%? Hello? Okay, so Gayatri is saying both. Yeah, someone is saying 15%, someone is 15. So I'm not talking about taking a lot of risk. I'm not saying, okay, go out and earn 100% out of your investment. No, only CAGR 15%. We are talking 15% consistent year over year, which is possible. And like Gayatri, I think, said both FD and this. Yes, I will cover that also. Why we need FD also, because if I am going to send my son or daughter for graduation, I cannot put that money in stock market. So I take out for that duration, I take out that money and put FD. I secure that money. But some money which I don't need right now, need something in future, I can put in stock market. Here is the point why I am saying so, and the entire topic why we must learn about stock market is because we have to create. Point number one is for our retirement, we have to create such huge corpus. Second is we cannot depend on FD. We have to earn 15%, which you will not get from any insurance policy, believe me. So don't see this webinar and then go and buy some unit linked insurance plan or something which insurance person tells you. Insurance cannot give you 15% return. Whatever they say, once they take your money, you will never get 15% returns. CAGR. So believe me, you cannot go for insurance companies कि insurance भी हो जाएगा और investment भी हो जाएगा. No, don't drink and drive. So insurance companies cannot give you 15% returns. What is our objective? We will have to learn about stock market. Either you learn about stock market investing directly so that you can earn 15% CAGR, or you have to learn, because even I have seen people, they invest in mutual fund and then they say, I had invested some 10 years back and I have not got anything. It is almost the same. I have not gained. If I would have put in FD, that would have been better. Yes, but because you did not learn properly about stock market, where to invest, how to select mutual funds, hence you invested in any mutual fund which the bank relationship manager sold to you कि boss ये बहुत बढ़िया है, इसमें पैसा लगा दो, and you invested money in that, and now you are repenting because analysis was required. So even if you invest in a mutual fund, even if you invest directly, the primary objective is you should understand stock market, how it works, why we have to invest, where we have to invest. Then only you will be able to generate 15% CAGR. That is point number one. So you have to learn, you must learn. Second is why we have to learn. This is showing with this sheet. So far, so good? Yes, no? So investment in mutual fund, stocks, anything you do, you have to know, because I have seen people, they invested in unit linked insurance plan, nothing came. Net to net after 10 years, no gains. Mutual funds, no gains. Stocks in loss, in the red, because they just invested by listening to someone else and did not do their own analysis. So this is the point number one. You have, just a minute. I might get dropped out for a second, so just be there. Hello? Can you hear me? Can someone type yes if I am audible? Okay, great. Okay, because my network was unstable, so I switched to the another network. Okay. So this is 2-3 things. So one, what I want to highlight is, one, you should be targeting for 15% CAGR. Two, don't depend on others. They suggest you something, you invest, you will never earn 15%. There is a high probability that you will earn lesser than the FD. So even if you are putting your money in mutual fund or anything, you have to learn how to analyze and then put money. Then only you will be able to generate CAGR of 15%. The thing does not stop here. Let's consider a person who is approximately 35 years old. So he's going to retire on 2048, and okay, in 25 years, he's going to retire. Let's take this. So first is, if he or she is having 12 lakhs expenditure a year, they will have to create a corpus of 8.58 crore. But then you have another expenditures also. Let's say they have one daughter. So 35 years of age. So maybe when the girl, if they have daughter of 4-5 years, let's say after 20 years from now, so 2043. Okay, so first is the education. So if they have 5 years old daughter, then maybe after if 18, 5, 13 years, so 2036 will be they have to send for graduation, correct? Now, today, if the graduation costs 12 lakhs, 100, 1, 2, 3, then most likely after 13 years, if some couple is there and they have a daughter, today, if the daughter or son, anyone, if they want to send for graduation after 13 years, then likely expenditure because of your inflation will be around 22 lakh rupees. Then let's say marriage after 5 years, so 2040. The marriage is there, marriage, we are spending around 15 lakh rupees. Okay, so again, by the time the marriageable age is, the cost of marriage will be around 34 lakhs based on inflation. How many of you agree? Can I have yes if you agree on this? Yes, no? Hello? Now here you see, now let's say if you have a son also, if you are 35 years old, you have a younger son, maybe he is going to get maybe more, yeah, maybe more, yes. So if you have 2 kids, the second kid is, let's say he goes into college after 3 years, 2039 he goes, he gets married in 2043, and let's copy this only here, and let's see what is happening. So you have this much expenditure. Ashok ji saying Punjabi marriage मैं अपना normal Marathi marriage ले रहा हूँ हमारे हिसाब से, so इतने में हो जाएगा मेरे ख्याल से. So now you see, now you compare. See what is happening is you have a lot of milestone coming up. You have to plan for those things, right? So now your corpus has gone here, right? So now if you are for all these expenditures, if you are going for a FD monthly, you will have to do a monthly FD of 1,71,881. But if you are going with something with 15% returns, compounded returns, you will have to invest 51,000 per month if you learn how to earn 15%. So I'm just telling you, depending on FD, saving in banks, putting in banks, people might say, okay, I'll change the jobs. Yes, why not? Then you'll improve the quality of life, but at least have that target. So it does not stop here. So you will have to save. Again, you will have to, expenditures are there. Correct? Okay, not only that, then if you want to go out, because you are not living here for your kids and only for them, you would like to go out as well. So let's say you are going for holidays, you are going for Europe, you are going after 5 years, 2028, you are going. Today's expenditure is 8 lakh rupees. So you'll need 10 lakh rupees approximately. Then if you are buying a car, let's say after 2 years, which is okay, 10 lakh rupees in 2025. So you'll need this much. So see, gradually what happens is, if you are doing this planning, your corpus, what you have to target and what investment you have to do keeps on increasing. But the part here is the difference between FD and 15%. So there is a entirely total difference between If you are purely putting it in bank, you will have to put 2,76,000 for all these expenditures and your retirement corpus in the bank account every month. So you will have to jump your jobs very often to cope up with this if you are not learning along with your job. I am not saying you have to quit your job or leave your job which you are loving, but I am saying you have to plan and learn and start earning from stock market, because there is a huge difference between putting money in bank, because putting money in bank will get you nowhere. You will have to put almost 2.7 lakhs in the bank to achieve simple things, marriages, education, retirement plan, everything. But if you learn about stock market, you have to learn. You cannot depend on anyone else. I'm repeating again and again. You have to learn and start investing. Your wealth increases by 15% CAGR. It will be easier for you to achieve your goals in the life. Make sense? For how many of you this made sense? This session today made sense? Can I have yes if this made some sense? This was some sort of eye opener or some sort of wow moment. Okay, this you have to do, because this is the requirement which goes. And this was one thing which motivated this calculation. When I started seriously looking at stock market, this was the calculation which opened my eyes. I said, nahi boss, kuch to karna hi padega. ऐसे नहीं चलेगी जिंदगी. So that's when I started learning, and along with my job, I started learning about stock market very, very seriously. Whether I was investing in mutual fund directly or anything, I was analyzing it first and then putting it. So I was able to create a lot of wealth in this. Okay, so what is next step? So next step is, for those people, just sharing from my experience. There are many other steps, but I'm sharing from my experience. Next steps are, if you are a salaried person, save minimum of 15% of your net income after tax. So you should be always saving. Even if you are learning about stock market today, you should every month, you should from next month onwards, minimum 15%. If you are saving more than 15%, fantastic. But if you are not saving more than 15%, then you should think of saving 15% minimum, जिसको हाथ नहीं लगाएंगे. First, in salary comes after tax, 15% goes to your savings. Investment you are learning, maybe after a few months you might start investing, but at least start saving 15% from your net income. Don't consider your home loan as your income, because once you are retired, you'll not be able to go out of that home. So that home loan is only for security. That is not your asset. So don't consider ki nahi, main 20-25% I'm giving for home loan, so that is my saving. No, your home loan is not your saving for your retirement. Your home loan should be separate. 15% should be separate. लोग बोलेंगे हम खाएंगे क्या? तो देखो, थोड़ा moderate करो. If you are not able to achieve 15%, optimize your spending. I'll show you the sheet, and people who complete all 12 sessions with me, I'll share the link to the sheet. You can use that sheet as well. So if you're not able to achieve 15%, optimize your spending, learn how to identify and invest in instruments which will give you 50% CAGR. One is go through all 12 sessions, start doing whatever I'm sharing with you. Then again, a disclaimer, don't invest in unit linked insurance plans. They will never give you 15% return. You can take it in writing from me. Also, don't invest in mutual funds which you don't understand. Just don't invest basis. Someone said, sir, ye past may it has given 25% year over year. No, past performance will not guarantee your future returns. Take it from me in writing. So someone sells you basis past performance, throw him out of your office or home. He should be able to tell you why this fund will be doing 15% in future. And you should get convinced with the growth rate of the industry. Then only you invest in that mutual funds. So this is one thing you have to follow, how to optimize your expenditures. Here is one sheet which I'll share with everyone. On completion of 12 weeks, whoever attends 12 weeks, you ping me, I'll share the sheet. You have to list down all your essential expenditures and everything. Just list down all the expenditures, whatever you are doing. Remove unnecessary expenditures which are not required or which you might be doing unnecessarily. If you are not able to achieve 15%, don't go out for eating 4 times a month. Go out for eating 2 times a month. Zomato, Swiggy, half kar do. First save 15% because that is also important. Just suggestion, huh? Don't come to me, this fellow is taking away our quality of life. Just add up your expenses, whatever expenses you can remove, and see to it that you are able to bring 50% savings out of your monthly salary every month or not. Once you achieve 15% plus, believe me, you will be able to generate fantastic corpus. This 15% is beyond your house loan or house loan interest or payment like that you have to keep in mind. So that brings to end of our session. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll allow you to unmute. You can unmute and ask your questions. Type your name. If you have a question, I'll come to you one by one, or if you have anything. Any questions? No questions, sir. Okay. No questions because the session was very clear, or no questions because it was not clear, or no questions because you are still digesting the impact of what you have to prepare for. Okay. Yeah, Gayatri, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. Amit, no, I'm not covering stock technical analysis strategy today.
So I wanted to ask that
Yeah.
do we have to absolutely buy a home, or can we just keep renting out apartments, like just save that money and put it in other options?
One home you should have, I would say, because home is something post retirement, it is difficult to shift. So at least in a family, you should have one home. If you have, let's say, ancestral home, good enough. So you should have a shelter. In nutshell, I would say, if you are thinking from this planning perspective. Right. So if you have ancestrally which is coming to you, which you are inheriting a home, then you may not aggressively go for a home. If you're not inheriting, you have to build a home for yourself, then you should go for a home that is there. From the aspect of home, post retirement, you need some shelter. That is the philosophy behind it. Second is, if you are asking as an asset value, the appreciation of rent apartments is typically 8 to 10%. You can calculate. Like in Bangalore, the apartment which used to cost around 70 lakh rupees around 10 years ago, now they are costing around 1.5 crore. So it's 100% growth in 12 years. So the CAGR is around 8 to 10%. So if you are okay with CAGR on a property by 8 to 10%, then you can go for buying the apartment and rental income. So you'll have to wait it out. I'm not expert in properties, like for land and home, how it works and all. I'm not very expert, so I cannot comment beyond this. So I hope I was able to answer your query. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. This is an.
Samir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Samir, suppose I am paying a rent of now 10,000 rupees every month for my rental home. And if I buy a home on home loan, I have to pay at least 30,000 rupees per month.
Correct.
as a home loan installment for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
All right. So which is the better option? Should I pay 10,000 per month as a rental, or I have to, or I should go and buy a home and pay 30,000? Because I think it's a 20,000 more I will pay in home loan.
Uh-huh.
So is it better that I can invest that 20,000 in the instrument in which I can get 15% of return, as you said in this session?
No, like I said, see, 20,000 is, I'm assuming after all tax rebate and everything, you are paying 20,000 from your pocket. That's what. Additionally, you are
Yes.
paying from the pocket. That's what I'm assuming.
Yes.
See, like, what is your age? Can I know?
44.
44.
Yes.
Okay. So, see, from the age of 44, no, you need some emotional security as well. Because as we are moving towards the retirement, we have around 16 years for retirement. So some kind of emotional security is also required post retirement. Like वो कहते हैं ना, छत होनी चाहिए. You should have a roof over your head. And after 60, it is very difficult for shifting also. Agreed. So you have to consider those factors also. If let's say 10 years ago, like when I started creating, I was 37, 38. That time I could take some additional measures to do that. But you will have to vet it out how you are placed after 14 years. Because you will have to vet it out your emotional requirements also after 14 years. It's always not about money, but something to do with the trouble. You might have to go shift from here to there. So if you are able to earn that much, that okay, you have a decent amount to pay the rentals increasing that time, and or you are okay shifting from here to there, you can go ahead and invest. If you feel ki nahi yaar, us time pe it will be a great trouble to shift from here to there, and you might have different issues, more of a related to emotional issues, you should buy a house. That's what my suggestion is. So you'll have to vet it out based on your own persona. So because everyone is having his own persona, they can balance it out. So you'll have to balance it out. Trouble you are ready to take versus what you would like to do after 14 years. So take that call, and then maybe you can go for a house which is at a lower cost, something like that. And you can optimize. Right? So there is no right or wrong answer. We'll have to judge for ourselves what I need after 14 years. I need a home stability after that. Then you might have to consider building up. If you think, okay, I'll go to maybe a smaller town, I would settle down there, and the requirement might not be there. That is also fine. So you'll have to plan it out. If you're planning for building a corpus now.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Ashish is asking, this is an eye opener. Okay, thank you. Would like to understand the utilization of savings in selecting right investment models. Will be, yeah, I'm covering. Yeah, I'm gradually building this. So because this new year is coming, so I wanted people to go into that resolution. Ki nahi, this new year I'll learn about stock market and I'll start earning 15%. So that's why I wanted to bring up this session before the New Year's Eve. I'll be covering everything. Yes. We got a setup. So what's better to invest our money partially or all at once? That trading strategy I'll bring up, Sandy. When I'm teaching the trading strategy, you have to manage your risk management, money management. The complete is required. Okay. Okay, great. So thank you all. I hope everyone enjoyed the session today. I hope you understood the importance of being in stock market, learning about stock market. Don't take advice from someone. Learn about with yourself and start investing from this new year. I hope you remember me in a good way after 20 years from now when you are retired and if you are starting. So I hope you all remember me in a good way, that good we attended this session and good we started taking some action on this. With that note, I wish you all a very happy new year ahead. See you in the new year on coming Wednesday in the new year. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining.